Welcome back, everyone. Today's video I'm going to be showing you my solar healing build, which is I believe to be one of the best builds I've ever used in a GM for teamwork and to help your teammates survive. You can get some crazy clutches and save your team in a lot of situations and keep them alive in boss rooms and in any content versus champions. This build just worked out so well, and with the ability cycle we have with Bomber and Benevolence, we just get so many abilities and we can keep our teammates alive at all times. I love this build because of how team-oriented it is, and it really felt like an MMO, like team-based game. So that's what I really enjoyed. This build was nice because I didn't have to use that many mods, and the mods were optional, and the mods just made the build actually better. They didn't really need to be there, they just helped a little bit. The mods we're using is Ball of Tenacity, Reaping Wellmaker. We're going to get some 40% resistance when we pick them up, but this isn't really fully even needed. I was running this pretty well without even picking them up. The extra benefit was just to tank a lot more damage when we picked them up, and it wasn't even needed. This build just worked so well because of how easy it is to use. If you just know your little cycle you have to do with throwing your healing nade and then putting your rift down, you'll be good to go. This is because both of your abilities give you the Benevolence proc, which is very great because it's just an extra ability regen on stacks with the already short cooldown of the healing nade. With the Bomber on your class ability, which will giving us 30% of our grenade back, you can really just go back and forth with these. And our Rift's also going to be charging even faster because we're going to be spamming melees with our solar melee to proc the Ember of Singeing to get more Rift back. And we also have our Gauntlet mods that give us more class ability energy when we hit a melee. These will go together, so whenever we're missing a rift or need something to be filled in our build, we can just throw a melee out and burn some targets and get some hits and get mostly our full rift back. This build worked extremely well, and I can't wait to get into this gameplay. We got some great GM gameplay, and it really meant a lot that you guys stopped by. So let's get into the rest of this build. Here you go, guys! Okay, guys, for this build, we'll be running Dawnblade with the Ember of Benevolence, the Ember of Searing, the Ember of Singeing, and the Ember of Ashes. Ashes is going to create more scorch stacks and maybe make it possible for ignitions on one melee. We're using Singeing to get more class ability back when we use our melee, and this is going to do very well to give us back our Rift because it's very important in this build. Also, we're using Ember of Searing, which is going to give us extra 10 recovery and give us more Scorch melees. The Scorch melees is an interesting part of this, which we can even get more of with the Heat Rises. And we're going to be combining this with Incendiary Snap. This is way better than the other one. More Scorch stacks and really good for damage and ignitions. And actually really underrated. Hopefully I can make some future melee builds with this. Next, we're using the Boots of Assembler. This basically procs Benevolent Dawn wherever your teammates are. It'll just keep tracking to them and keep giving you the buff. So basically you have 100% uptime with it. So your abilities are going to be charging very fast. And with our healing nade at 31 to 37 seconds, depending on what tier you have, this will charge very fast. And with Bomber, we're going to get 30% of it back just from using it. And we're going to be using concussive dampeners for this strike, the Vile strike, that should be coming this week. And we're going to be using Focusing Strike to get extra class ability when hitting people with our melees. It's very important. We're using Elemental Time Dilation and a bunch of Well of Tenacities. We're going to be using 2 Well of Tenacities and a Reaping Wellmaker with also Bountiful Wells. We're going to have 11 seconds of 40% resistance. This isn't as important to the build, but it's an extra little thing I added just to make this build that much better. And you can also proc your teammates' Void Wells to get more resistance procced. This build has a lot of survivability and is so good for healing, and in boss rooms and stuff and intense fights, you'll always either have a rift or a healing nade up, so you'll basically always be able to survive if you know how to play this build right. My teammates have loved this, and anybody I've played with and randoms have also really liked this. This build just comes together to be amazing. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you guys are new, please leave a subscribe. It means so much to have you guys watching, and I really hope you guys enjoy this gameplay because it's very good and it's very intense. I really love how this build performs in the end of the Nightfall, where there's a really intense boss fight or something in close quarters, and you can really keep yourself alive with healing and restoration. Thank you for watching, and let's get into this gameplay. Here you go, guys. Does any of you guys have heavy finisher on? I don't.
Down the road. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
There, done. Nope, okay. I want to do it.
Oh crap.
Okay, yeah. That was awesome. Fuck. Oh, I am one shot. Bad. Yep. God damn it.
Your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Shut the fuck up.